Welcome to WFAA Academy this Thursday as we get ready to close out our first week of educational and entertaining lessons aimed at getting you back ready for school. Today on WFAA Academy, need a few school supplies, why some may be extra hard to find this year. And sleep is so important for all of us, our kids and ourselves. We've got tips on getting better Z's just in time for school. First, though, we are kicking off our guidance counselor lessons again, and we're welcoming back some friends from our fall session of WFAA Academy. It is Education's Open Doors with Back to School One-on-One. I'm joined by Chappelle Billings, Director of Digital Learning and Technology Innovation. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tashara.
Now,
nice to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And so nice to have you as well. We're talking about what the new normal looks like for our kids as well as for parents. If I'm the parent of a teen student who is headed back to school in person, what should I expect that transition to be like for them?
Absolutely. As a parent of an 8th grade student, newly turned 13-year-old, I do understand that the back to school time does not look like it did in the past. This is a time of uncertainty for some of our children. They're navigating new schools, new classrooms, meeting new teachers, navigating new safety protocols, and in some cases, like my daughters who were in remote learning for the past year and a half, they're concerned about meeting new friends or reconnecting with old friends or navigating the loss of friendship groups. So this is a time where they're experiencing a lot of stuff, and some of them are excited about it, while others are experiencing a sense of anxiety about the return.
What have you heard from your 13-year-old?
Well, she is concerned about what is this is everything that she talks to me, concerned about what does the school day look like, Mom? What is my new schedule going to be? Where are my classes? And she actually role played with a friend of hers about making new friends. How do I enter into conversations with people I don't know? So those things are at the top of mind of our kids right now.
That's something I would never even think that, kids were dealing with at that age, 13, how to make new friends. We need to role play to try to figure this out. But I absolutely love that she took that initiative to try to figure it out before she got in the situation. As a parent, what can parents do to better prepare their students for transitioning back to in-person school learning?
Absolutely. Just keeping that line of communication open with their child. Each of your children are different. So you may have to have check-in time with each of your children, asking them questions about how are you feeling about returning to school? What excites you about this time? Are you nervous about anything? Can I help you around some things? Just making sure that you are supporting their social emotional needs as well as their mental health and well-being will help them transition into this new time. Also, connecting with their teachers is important as well, Tashara.
Very, very important. And we know that's going to be maybe a bit more difficult because of this pandemic world that we're living in, but trying to go that extra step and connect with those teachers, especially as the year goes on, to see how things are going with your student. I was looking over some of our notes here that we were sent prior to this interview, and you talked about there being a period of uncertainty. What does that mean for parents, and kind of explain how to navigate that as well?
Yeah, this is a period of just newness for our students. So just making sure, like I said, establishing that connection with your child, walking them through the school day, because the school day may be a little bit different. For students who went to in-person learning last year, there are going to be a lot more students this year because of the push for an inclusive environment this year. And then for students who, like my daughters, who were in remote learning for the past year and a half, the school day is going to be a lot more structured. They can't sit on a couch and open their laptops and partake into the school day. So the day may get to be a little bit longer. It may be a little bit different. They're just not sure at this time.
Speaking of that, and I'm so happy that you mentioned it towards the end, how can I, best support my student, not just at home, but also in a new physical environment, something they haven't been in for some students in a year and a half?
Well, getting them to have a sense of agency within the classroom. So I'm shifting my lens to my role as a teacher. So involving them into the new expectations or establishing classroom charters or making sure you preview the new expectations and routines of the classroom, that's going to alleviate some of the stress that they're going through.
Okay, Chappelle Billings will be right back. We're going to have more with Education Opens Doors right after this short break. Still ahead, your kid need a new backpack. Just get that school supply list, okay? This year, you might not want to wait until the last minute. A look at how the pandemic is creating a shortage of some school supplies.